in the competition. And of course, they've got their main man back today,
They got their man.
TA2000, and on a very TA2000-esque hero, the Naga Siren.
They opened with it.
Yeah.
They literally just
he's
first
ready to
picked
go.
it for him. So, I think we're in for a treat for sure. This is going to be the full display of Quest that we have not gotten to see in some time. Gaming, let's see if they can make up for the bit of the weaknesses that we've seen from them. In particular, Gyro. I actually didn't even get to check. I was going to look right before the game, but we saw a lot of these Gyros lose.
It seems like it's starting to fall a little bit out of favor. I think we saw on the pick ban percentage, it was like 89%. So considering sort of how high that's probably been in maybe like the previous tournament, already 10% of the games we're not seeing him at all in the picks or the bans.
You're doing very well.
So let's see if Duracho. I think they talked about it. I think even the team talked about it. Just like he wants to fight, right? This is a guy that always wants to battle. So sometimes he has like max barrage instead of having the flak and the stats and stuff like that. We saw that come into play where he wanted to fight too much. He kept dying. At least the game that we got to cover from him. So let's see if they have a bit of a better plan for it. It does seem like they do, right? They're going to try this Marcy, which you can see the merit for it with just buffing up Solar Crest, sidekick, movement speed, etc.
Oh, for sure.
Should be some cool stuff. Let's see if it's able to actually withstand the burst potential. Because when you look at Quest's draft, they have that big boom, right? They can just delete a hero almost instantly at the start of these fights.
Yeah, and it's, all eyes are going to be on that mid lane matchup. We saw at the end of the draft, Gaming Gladiators is taking a bit of time to decide which hero they wanted to put Quinn on. He makes the call to go with the Void Spirit, but it is against the noob Puck. I mean, you can see already at the top, both
Duracho.
players on Master Tier heroes. Indeed, Duracho in trouble. He's caught by another Bramble. He's gone. Celery also going to get caught. I mean, the ball's out. This is going to be two of them going down.
Oh, boy.
As Quest, they're going to start the game with 2 kills down on the bottom lane.
Well, that's the dream. Give it to Omar on his super comfortable Willow, and the Beastmaster we've seen just kind of rising in promise. This hero just seems to be so good. Your level 1 is actually just so strong. The Hawk is nuts, and they get off to a good start.
That is a pretty terrifying way to start lane. I mean, this bottom lane, regardless, I mean, how does this matchup go in your mind anyway? Like, is this a favorable lane for Radiant, or is it already a difficult lane?
I would say it's slightly favorable for them, but Beastmaster should get a lot out of it anyway. Yeah. Especially if he's able to keep any of these like boars or Hawks alive versus the flak. Yeah, it should be good for him. Omar is the one that just have to watch out a little bit because the Marcy can get on top of it. But Toby should farm. Darby should farm really well down here. And yeah, talking about Quinn, picking this Void Spirit versus the Puck, this is a matchup that he does like to play a lot. So, because you just see this base damage advantage. He's got like 12 over the Puck, just level 1. So even though in mid-game and stuff, you do have to watch out versus the Coil. Lane, looks like it's going to be pretty okay for Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, so far already, just seeing the amount of damage he's been able to trade successfully against Noob Puck.
Yeah.
Looks like the first wave or so will be pretty hot for Quinn.
Yeah, let's see if they can make the Darkseer look a little bit better today, too. Ace usually has a very successful Darkseer performance. The other day, I mean, things just turned quickly on them. He got like his auras and everything, and then they just lost 3 consecutive fights. I believe it was versus Bet Boom. So let's see if they can get it to round things together better a bit. Because this game, Pipe is super valuable. He's playing versus AA, Willow, Puck. If he gets good timings, could be quite huge. And Toby's actually getting no last hits. So talking about how he was maybe going to actually do decent. I'm actually astonished that he only has 2.
That is pretty surprising considering they got those 2 kills at the start, these 2.
Yeah, I mean, okay. He also just has like a 10 base damage differential over the Gyro, so that's a bit shocking to see.
Denied.
Quinn, indeed, keeping the slight edge against Noob in this 1v1.
It's all about those stats. Do they check a water rune? It looks like at the moment they are sending Kaori to take one of them away. Well, bottom, they'll
trying to get aggressive onto Celery, but Celery is going to be fine. And Duracho just staying at full health. Buff up with the sidekick. I mean, he's completely free farming. This Gyro is feeling no pressure whatsoever on these first few waves.
I like that he's got the boots too.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's able to. Toby's actually able to keep his Hawk and everything protected, but he actually has to back up and be pretty careful. I'm still surprised. Only 7 last hits to the 19-6.
I mean, it's definitely a bit concerning. They got the 2 kills, and you could not tell that at all. You see the 2 at the top, you're like, well, that couldn't have happened on the bottom lane because the bottom lane, it's going pretty terribly for Quest.
But they did check, so for mid, they did check the water rune, so trying to stabilize things a bit there for Noob. Quinn doesn't get a fill up, so 16-3, 16-3. Dead even now in the mid lane. I'm just staring at bottom mostly. I think this is going to be the very active lane.
He's trying to make a bit of a go. He's got a lot of 1 charges and a Lotus, and Celery's in to keep him covered. In fact, with a few hits and then missile. It's going to bring Omar low. Dretcho still having to keep his distance as Toby steps forward here with the Hawks and the Boars. Flat cannon back up.
Does he get CS? He got a Hawk. Almost gets a Boar as well, too. Big money.
And does get a good few successful hits off onto the two of Quest. So, again, Dretcho remains perfectly fine. Top CS, 24 and 6.
And it gets harder and harder to pressure this gyro as well, too, because now the 2 points in sidekick are up. The lifesteal actually becomes quite important. Same thing with that bonus damage. So, yeah, those first few waves, definitely not going the way I think Quest expected them to after getting those kills.
Mid lane started to settle out a little bit.
Yeah.
Noob's caught right back up. Now the levels are in and he's able to successfully nuke every wave.
And they're just double-checking runes again. So Quinn, a second time, he's not going to be able to fill up his bottle.
Yeah, Noob's been able to recover this nicely.
Yep.
So we're going to see similar outcomes from both mid laners. Yeah, definitely the biggest difference at the moment being on the two side lanes. Carry to carry and off lane to off lane. Quite the difference in farm that the Gaming Gladiators is able to get ahead of that of Quest counterparts.
Some overall, like top lane is probably one of the more passive ones I think we'll see in some time. You know, it's a Shadow Demon Darkseer, tough to get really aggressive, and then a AA Naga Siren, so not much going to happen up there. I think bottom is, yeah, we're just kind of have to look down here. Celery.
Celery's stepping up pretty aggressively against these two. Just going to get caught in the bramble.
Could be in trouble.
Should get punished for this. Yeah, a little too aggressive there from Celery on the Marcy. Runs into the two of them, and he will not be getting out.
You got to respect this Hawk. It is so frustrating. Not going to clear it out either. Despawns in time. But Dretcho's farming. So Celery, it's like he died, but kind of doing his job to protect Noob. Really putting the pressure, but now Quinn will get a refill since Celery did die bottom. Maybe that was his plan after.
I was going to say, you know, it didn't seem like a very Celery-esque move to move in like that, so indeed, maybe was playing for the idea that a quick refill for Quinn in the mid would be worth his death down bottom.
He probably was calling for it, right?
That could have been a big brain move for Celery.
It's a possibility.
Definitely makes a bit more sense.
And Quinn, he's 6 already, so definitely potential onto Noob if he's not careful around the 6-minute power rune.
Yeah, Dretcho's perfectly fine down here. Unable to pressure him underneath the tower right now. Celery's able to swing back across, and Toby's
got a rebound.
They can land it.
Close. Can he get the pull? Whoop. Blood grenade.
It's looking like a kill. Surely he's going to be able to get in range here for the dispose.
Maybe.
Oh, okay, no. Dretcho's pulling back from this. Doesn't want to continue to chase up to the high ground, so Toby will manage to escape.
Another rune checked. I mean, Kaori, this is 3 times he's checked that top rune. It denies away a DD, so protects Noob versus this level 6 Void Spirit. My God, though, the last hits overall dominating on the side of Gaming Gladiators. But overall, the net worth when you actually pull that one up, it's not the most crazy. It's just that differential between that Beastmaster and the Darkseer, which is the biggest one. But Ace at this point now, good luck pushing him out of lane. Vanguard's already completed. You'd have to pretty much just bring the puck up here, and even then, he might not even get brought down.
And what would you say as well? You know, who on each of their heroes is going to be able to farm the fastest? You know, would you be looking at the TH2000 Naga Siren or Dyrachyo Gyro? Who's going to clean the map up quicker?
Oh, jeez. That's a tough one. I mean, it's TA2000 on Naga, so he farms so fast.
He does, but it's Dyrachyo on a gyrocopter.
With a Marcy. He's set up for success on Dyrachyo.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be a close one.
And they're farming up both of their halves of the map.
Maybe a slight edge, I guess, for Dyrachyo. Oh, to the Naga? Okay.
I think I would give a slight edge to Naga Siren.
All right. I was only saying because I think because of the way the Dyrachyo start is, but yeah, maybe. Maybe. Ooh, TA2000's even queuing up the Midas, so...
Oh, well, there you go.
The real
he's like, the competition's on. I'll show you I can outfarm this Dyrachyo Gyro.
Okay,
he's ready to make some money. Do you like that approach? What does that sort of say to you in terms of what Quest's overall game plan is?
We've been seeing, I think, a little bit more of the Midases on like these Terror Blades and Nagasons. Not so much on TB now, but like a patch or so ago. I just wants to go later. Wants to get these levels going.
Naga sort of later against the Gyro. How does it sort of pan out?
He can do a lot of damage here, for sure. Because nobody else really... the Void Spirit, I guess, depending on how Quinn's game go, he'll be the one also to have some clear, but besides that, supports definitely don't deal with the Naga too well. Shadow Demon can make his own illusions of it, but that's just about it. Quinn? Nah, he'll get a power rune this time. And yeah, the thing about the Naga Siren too is I feel like at some point, when Gaming, they're playing with the Darks here. They're going to start grouping up at some point, and that's where the test for Quest might be. That
sure, they're going to
have to fight, right? They might be forced to fight. They do have heroes to do so.
They got good wave clear, right? Puck and Beastmaster.
And big wombo combo team fight, right? They've got the Puck Coil with the the fear from the Willow plus the AA Blast, so definitely potential to take those fights around. But if Naga's going Midas, he's not going to look to get involved for a long time.
I should be able to get Corey here. He's looking pretty dead.
Yeah, it feels like for Gaming, they're going to have that big early game time to shine to put the pressure onto Quest.
Yeah, this top tower probably going to be rather abandoned now, right, by Quest.
Yep, I don't think
they're just going to let Ace slowly whittle this down. In the mid, Noob did drop the Dream Coil. Looks in an attempt to keep himself safe from Quinn going in for any sort of dive.
That's not something you want to see with your Puck. Right? Quinn is... Look how tanky he is already at this point. These universal heroes, right? He's got 100 base damage as well, too, so he can start making moves around.
Oh, poor old Corey. This was not the spot to beat.
TA2000.
Just out around this area, he's back to the top. He's going to be going down again, so another free kill for Gaming Gladiators.
And they got TA2000 also. They're about to.
Big moves, yeah, good invasion there from Quinn. Stepping into the jungle and just running at him. Known at this stage, and probably once they spotted him out, saw that gloves of haste, they know that there's going to be this portion of the game where they could probably continue to do this. Just sort of run at the Naga Siren. TA2000 still very much in that vulnerable state of the game.
Absolutely. This is going to be a problematic recovery for like the next 10 to 18 minutes.
Because this could speed up, right, from Gaming Gladiators.
It's going to go quick. Like the Darkseer, his itemization is going to be fast. They're going to be able to collapse quickly. And they have stacks already. Tofu, in the meantime, while all this has been happening, they have what? A 3 or 4x Ancient, a 4 or 5x Hardcam too, so Duracho
he's
set up for that.
I was going to say, he's set up to hit that top net worth and stay up there if he cleans that couple of stacks up.
And how did the Wisdom Exchange, didn't get to talk about it, but it was 1-for-1, but these supports, they're high level. Everyone on the side of Gaming is high level. Tofu 4, but Celery's almost 7 on this Marcy already. Supports on the side of Quest really struggling to try to hold these towers.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. I mean, that's the thing, right? With Quinn having a good start, as the panel was saying, this is a hero that can delete the supports of Quest pretty easily.
Duracho is fairly tanky right now. He's got rotations coming in.
Yeah, Quinn's in, ready to help him get some kills by the looks of it. Jumps in with the Astral Step over towards Toby. Celery's here as well. They'll punish that.
This is looking like the Gaming Gladiators that we're used to seeing.
This could get pretty fast, pretty quickly.
It feels like pressure's really gonna be onto Noob this game right now because Toby's lane did not go well, and Naga's going Midas.
Poor Corey, he just can't catch a break. He's trying to find his level 6 somewhere. This time, rather than showing top, he shows mid. Ace, no hesitation, drops the wall, kills him off.
Oh, and look at this. Oh my goodness.
Are they gonna?
Oh,
they're gonna take all of this. Yeah, pop the ults for this.
Oh my God, well.
This is going to be a hard game for Quest.
This is going to be a hard game for Quest.
They need to win both of the games of this series to have a chance. Gaming Gladiators, they take one of these, and they're good.
Oi, oi, oi.
This Midas from TA2000 is going to have to do a whole lot to close this sort of net worth gap. This is definitely one of those games where TA2000, he's going to be hitting the creeps and sort of just closing his eyes from what's happening on the rest of the map and just hoping that somehow the rest of Quest can keep this game alive.
Noob needs to have successful coils. Like the next 2 coils need to work, or these next few moments are going to completely fall apart as they kind of have been already here for Quest. They got to get some success because the support's still level 5. Kaori.
Yeah, with this smoke, maybe Duracho's kind of low, but they've already been seen. They're actually going to get Celery, but it just feels like he's tanking the gank on that one. Gives Duracho the chance to survive. I mean, because he was low. If they caught the gyro, they probably would have been able to blow him up. But Celery, he gets him in a spot to tank it.
At least it's a high-level supported, right? It's almost a level 8 Marcy.
It's something.
It's something at the least, but not what they wanted to get. No. They want to get a core kill.
Sure. And I guess, if anything, because of how fast Gaming Gladiators are playing, at least for Quest, if they kill just any hero, it stops the next sort of aggressive move, right?
Sure.
Yeah, Celery's been quite a big part of the way that Gaming Gladiators has started plays.
And Kaori, his level 6 is the most important thing right now. They need that burst because heroes are starting to get too tanky for them to deal with very quickly. Like, look at Ace. He actually is very close to his pipe already done. Disassemble Vanguard, buy Recipe, and that's going to negate...
That's going to be rough.
Pretty much all the damage of Quest's early game.
Even if they're getting the blast debuff on him, they're probably not blowing that Darkseer up anytime soon.
And Duracho's going to be so enabled at this point because of all the stacks. He's going to start working on him. He's already pretty much got 3 components with the Crystallis and Treads. Absolutely.
They could be ready to just dive this tower. We'll see how far forward Quest step, because Gaming Gladiators, they've got their eyes on them.
Oh, Kaori's still not 6.
You can see on the Stonk Am there at the bottom.
Oh.
Money going up for Duracho.
Big stonks. Yeah, they're going in.
Yeah.
Toby.
Straight in. Good setup. The fear not going to be needed. Just the roar alone thrown down onto Ace.
Good disruption.
Disruption to block the fear.
And
I mean,
he's
the blast
gone.
hit, but it doesn't matter. Ace still got 50% HP. He's not ticking out anytime soon. He'll just walk that one off.
That was before he even pipe. I mean, he didn't even get below half HP, and they used 2 ultimates on. Actually, technically 3 ultimates going for the fear as well. Good response there from Quinn, though. You see how he was a little patient. He jumped and then jumped backwards just in case of anything. And he's already got his Echo Saber finished up. These timings.
I mean, if Noob and Toby aren't able to set up some sort of successful plays, they're going to start falling so far behind in gold, right?
100%. Ooh!
That's a whiff Dream Core there in the mid lane, unfortunately for Noob. It's a slippery hero, Void Spirit.
These coils, they can't be missing with this. They need to get some type of connection. TA2000 is probably looking on the side. He's like, I got my Midas, guys,
dude,
but like, I can't do this alone.
Day back in the office, bless him, and he's like, oh, I've got a lot of carrying to do here. This is going to be a heavy one.
It really is. Oh, I'm going to do it again to the poor guy.
Oh, I was just sort of waiting a little too long, and I mean, he had it here, but wanted to try and not stagger the silence in Dream Core, but in terms of waiting that long,
there's no way they kill him anyway with it.
I think so.
He's got 12 wand charges, 1400 HP, no AA
that's what
blast.
Noob would tell you. It's like, hey, guys, it doesn't matter if I hit it. It wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah. I like that Kaori's actually trying to do this. He's going to try going for Veil. I think they're starting to recognize, we're like,
they're going to get the damage up.
We're going to have no damage very quickly. So any little thing that they can get. Quinn forcing action onto mid. Noob. It's another jump from Quinn. But he's not going to go for it. They're just going for the tower, and they'll be able to claim that one. Well, bottom.
They could claim what they want here right now, Gaming Gladiators.
They can defend even bottom if they'd like to.
Looks like they'll let it go.
Okay.
They know that the ults are going to be back up for Quest, so Gaming Gladiators, they don't want to walk into any unnecessary fights. They're much more interested in trying to find this Naga Siren. The line's been drawn, they know which area of the map TA2000 is going to be hovering in, but at the same time, TA2000 is a step ahead. Gets the illusions out, TP's back to base. He knows they're off the map, he knows they didn't hold their tier 1 tower, which, as you said yourself, would have been something that you maybe would have expected from them. So he knows they're on the hunt for him, so he's out of that area.
Great read.
Yeah.
They get some wards down, though, gaming. With that movement, this is usually the ideal ones you want to place when you're playing versus like TBs, Nagas, or most carries in general right now. So some deep vision plays from Celery. And they're getting so much out of the map. 6k gold lead.
I mean, they're all 3 of their cores in a fantastic spot.
Yep.
Last Quest, as is, if this is a game that TA2000 is able to take home, they probably were missing him anyway. In the games they didn't have him, and you'll see why if TA2000 is able to turn this around and carry it.
It would be unbelievable, honestly. Especially because like Toby, his timings are so slowed down at this
Super
point.
far behind. Even
when he gets his helm, then Darkseer is like, okay, great. Now I just literally wall the Beastmaster in every single one of our fights, and our Gyro is going to have a free Vlad's aura. He's going to be solar crested, buffed up, and everything too. So, yeah, the timing's coming up very late for Toby. I'd love to see what they look to do with those big team fights. They're going to need to have some massive connections of everything when they do look to fight. But either way, Naga is... I don't feel like TA2000 is going to look to fight for another 10 minutes.
Well, because that's the thing I was going to ask. If you are TA2000, what is your plan? What are you sort of... What's in your head in terms of what items you're going to get before you do start turning up?
It's a good question, honestly.
Like when is the timing going to feel okay for you to be a part of these defenses?
I mean, it's usually just like going for your heart plays and everything like that, but does he feel like that's actually going to be enough, or does he have to do something cute like these Orchid plays,
like
try to snipe back lines and stuff like that? We'll have to see, because it doesn't feel easy no matter what option he wants to go for at this point, just because of how fast Gaming's playing, and Gaming's set up for Roche already.
Oh, they can
actually
take
just force it.
And I don't think Quest is going to try and do anything about this.
No. And look, yeah, so they're going to have Crimson Guard, they've got the Pipe, they're going to have pretty much every single one of those auras being picked up already here for Ace.
I mean, Quinn as well, playing very deep. He's clearly got
Maybe too deep.
No fear right now. They have the song.
Ooh, they might have him here.
He may have played with fire a little too much here, Quinn. They've got the song into the coil, and a little too cheeky there, Quinn. Getting a bit ahead of himself. And dancing around in a situation where TA2000 was like, well, I'll happily put the song. And out of the heroes that were there, TA2000, he's the one to get the kill.
Most important one.
So
he
a little bit of a slip up. Yeah, Quinn, he would tell he was making space for Roche.
Sure.
Space.
Little
space created there by Quinn.
Maybe didn't expect like the it was the second point in Song, right? So that big radius. Maybe expected him to be a little bit more greedier.
I think he might have been able to get in range with the level 1, right?
Probably,
but still, the rest of Game of Gladiators, they get themselves the Aegis.
But space.
But nonetheless, it's a pretty significant kill for TH2000 to pick up against the enemy mid.
Absolutely. I mean, that gives Toby space.
And look at the net worth. It's pretty much pumped TH2000 up to the point where he's now level with Duraccio's Gyro. So Gaming Gladiators still looking to make aggressive moves, of course, around Duraccio's Aegis.
Yeah, if they're playing around, I think if they play around Ace and Duraccio, they're pretty damn immortal at the moment versus Quest. But Quest, they're not looking to just straight go for these fights at the moment, right? This is some split up, farm the map until they're ready to go for that fight, which maybe there's just going to be a Heart Naga Siren, and then they feel like they actually can.
Yeah, but just Manta into Heart. No sort of Skadi on the way, just wants to make sure he doesn't get burst.
Yep.
And honestly, once he has the Manta in the Heart, do Gaming Gladiators really have the means to stop him from Song TP? Or is he always going to be able to do it with Manta Heart?
Should be able to for the most part, honestly. He's quite tanky. I think only Duraccio is the big problem for him once he's got that finished up. Actually, I mean, Quinn is honestly still farming pretty damn well. His damage is pretty explosive on Void Spirit versus these Illusion heroes, but...
Yeah, but Song TP should be hard to stop, I think. I mean, unless Quinn's able to get in with like a cute remnant, you know, from the outsides that we sometimes see thrown down that catches Naga Sirens off guard if they're trying to escape.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Gladiators still holding the lead. TO2000 still rolling in the goal.
The Naga Siren things. I'd imagine gaming with this Aegis definitely want to look to accelerate things, try to close off the map a little bit more here.
Right?
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
And looking to play behind each other. Looking at Tofu, he's got the Glimmer done. Shard queued up immediately. Very, very good Shard game when you're playing versus Willow, when you're playing versus Puck as well too. Instantly purging off those silences and stuff like that can be super nice. Aggressive jump.
He's not going to get caught by the Brambles, but will get Dream Coiled and Ice Blasted. Same time, they make the aggressive play on towards Toby. He's up to the high ground. Ace is ready to dive. Surges forward. They'll be able to bring down the Beastmaster. TP's coming in, Omar. He tried to get the fear up, but he gets caught by the stun. Double kill for Duraccio.
Holy moly, he died fast. And they're looking for more. Kaori. Okay, we'll be able to hide himself. But Quinn is Ion shelled up. If he sees Kaori even for 1 second there, that is one dead AA. And he does spot him. And they're also stealing Tormentor.
I'll go the way of Tofu, gets a free shard.
And look at Quinn. Does he find him? Kaori's being sneaky. He's able to hide, but he's got no TP.
He's got no TP. Oh. Easy wisdom room for TH2000. He doesn't mind if he does. And out he goes.
Snatched. But quickly things accelerate from a 3K lead to a 7K lead in no time with just a quick little move there from Gaming. They lose Valerie, but...
This... A TH2000 Naga Siren, we have seen games like this that he has won.
Yes.
We have.
He's versus the Darkseer.
If there was any Naga Siren player that would win these sort of games, it would be TH2000.
This is very true. The thing is, they have a lot of ways to create illusions of his illusions. They have Shadow Demon and Darkseer, and there's not really a clear on Quest.
Sure, and they're going to try and make a go from here.
Can he get away? There's no Song.
Missile. See if Quest is able to get him safely out of this one. Manta dodging the missile.
Nicely done.
Should be fine. Still hovering around. He's considering maybe getting back in on this. There's still the Aegis on Duraccio, so not an easy fight for Quest to walk back into. Ace and Quinn,
the supports.
They're going to find the double combo here onto the two of them. Dragging back both Kaori and Omar will get the fear off. But Quinn, he was in with the Dissimulate, closes the gap. Should manage to find the two of them. They get the two supports, and now they can push onto the tier 2 tower. Force out the fortification.
Just like Effie was talking about, you know, these supports, when you're playing versus Void Spirit, can really struggle. You just get popped if you get jumped onto, and we saw right there. They have to be very careful of their positioning. Accelerated pace, another tier 2 to, well, actually, the first tier 2 to drop. Now they can actually claim Outpost. Continue applying this pressure. 20 seconds on it.
It's going to be Heart into Butterfly for TH2000.
Okay.
So playing for the evasion, but of course the same. I mean, I guess regardless of what he builds, the illusions are going to be great anyway.
Yeah.
But does indeed amplify the potential of Tofu getting his own Naga Sirens under control.
They don't have a way to clear the illusions themselves on Quest either. Now that I'm looking at it, right? Like
what Tofu starts making these?
The SD could just actually make army and just send him down places too inside the team fights. Could be problematic as well.
Yeah, got to watch out for him and Ace. Tofu and Ace ready to use the power of TH2000 against himself.
They're all kind of scaling too. Like Celery he's queuing up BKB, so he's going for his type of scaling too. The SD's always going to have merit for scaling in these type of games as well. But Quest, they're doing a good job of not bleeding too much, you know, slowing things down, allowing TA2000 to keep the pace of the gyro.
Let's see if they can take down Quinn. Gonna have the Roar to follow up. They've easily got him. Coil into silence,
Nice
Roar to
pick.
seal the deal. These little catches keeping the game going.
Very important pickoffs.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Can they persist for a tower here?
And they're getting it low. Stellar and Ace hovering around. Both do have the ults ready if they want to try and make a play, but of course for those two, tricky to control the puck.
Yeah, you know what? You can see that Noob, as soon as Quinn is dead, Noob really tries to push the limit of his hero because that's really the only catch for him. Ace, very tanky.
Super tanky.
He's getting... So now there is going to be another thing that Noob does have to be careful. I'm sure he was checking Ace's items. Ace is about 1,000 gold from a Hex. So, further form of catch for the puck will be coming out for gaming soon. But yeah, TA2000 closer and closer to his butterfly.
It's exciting with these two carries, keeping it neck and neck. You know, when you look at the two net worths, you know, we were sort of questioning who's going to be able to do the quickest farming. They're really giving it. They're all here. It doesn't get any closer right now between TA2000 and Duracho.
And that's probably indicative of saying, you know, the Midas is a very, very good idea. With
Oh, for sure. He would not
down.
be doing this without the Midas, so... not that it's surprising, but TA2000 clearly knowing what the correct direction was going to be to go this game.
Yeah, he's been honestly a treat to watch this entire year, and even before that. I know, you know, when he was naive, you know, that was his name, of course. He did have a little bit of difficulties. I mean, when he came back into the scene now, everybody's just talking about as being one of the most stable carries, which is remarkable. So let's see if he can make the magic happen this time around.
Just about finishing off the butterfly, and over for Duracho. He got his Satanic done, and we'll be just amping up the damage next. Upgrading that Chrysalis to the Daedalus. In the mid.
Quinn again.
Have they got enough?
Tofu's in the area.
Ice Blast didn't connect though. Was slightly off the mark, and with that, Quinn's going to live. They're able to turn, and they'll take down Noob. Even if it did hit, I don't think he was going to be popping, so...
Those deaths hurt. Every single time. Gaming, they're going to run down here with that 2-3 ultimates on cooldown, 40 seconds, no puck.
And there's the Hex on Ace,
The Hex is done.
They are definitely, you know, the game is in a point where if Gaming Gladiators are able to get like a couple of kills, they're going to be knocking at the high ground of Quest. They can advance very quickly if they start to get these pickoffs. Crimson Guard done for Toby. So a bit of defense for Quest against the flak attacks of Duracho.
The gem!
That is the gem gone.
Oh, he got it.
Quinn able to get that courier snipe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's pretty massive. Map completely gonna get controlled now. Gaming also... Okay, just clearing out illusions.
Getting some for themselves.
I was gonna say, I think they caught vision of Omar for a quick second there. I thought they were gonna run at him, but not the case.
And closing in on that timing where Gaming can just look for the next Roshan. It's gonna be up in less than a minute. And with that next Rosh, that certainly could be the timing to try and push it to the high ground for Gaming.
Definitely. The thing about these Naga Sirens is like, yes, he's farming super well, but it's still complicated for you to walk into any of these type of fights versus all of these different ways now at this point to either make new illusions or just kite you around, which is going to be the case. Like his damage just isn't going to really come out straightforward just yet. And the Nullifier, then maybe that'll be the call for him to try to actually go for any fights. But yeah, it's just gaming this whole time right now. And yeah, let's say the Rosh. They're setting up around top. Quest is all set up here.
They're going to get the blast down onto them. There's the fear as well. Pushing back the Till and Dredger. Was able to get the BKB off. But Celery, he's going to pop. Looks to be Ace as well to be going down. And he's, yeah,
but Duracho.
Duracho is now completely on his own. He's bringing Toby low. They'll pop the song.
He's too strong.
They have to back away from this.
Kaori.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Taking a hit for the side gunner there. He's got to run.
He might still die. Quinn looking for the double dive.
And he finds Noob. Straight in with the two astral steps. Closes the gap onto the puck. With the vision for the missile onto Omar. Duracho and Quinn might be able to pick up another. Just gonna have to chat around TP. Is there any remnant up? Nah, it's not going to be there.
Can Kaori get out? Tofu? Does he have the range? Oh yeah,
he's found him.
Oh, the dieback.
They got the two of them, but they lose 3 heroes.
I mean, the auras, right? You see the AA blast, it comes down to the gyro, there's a pipe, there's a Crimson. He actually doesn't take almost any damage. Ace dies, but Duracho standing strong.
Yeah, he's cleaning up. Well on the way to his next time after the Daedalus, queuing up that MKB. Once that's there, these fights are going to be almost impossible for even TH2000 to turn up to. It was a good call here to start this. But Duracho quick with the BKB meant that whilst they could get the other two, Duracho himself, he was never under any sort of threat here.
And he just erases everybody. Everybody but TA2000 starts to die very, very quickly. They have to walk away from that flak. A decent attempt, but they're like, uh-oh. Duracho's big. And truly enabled from his team.
He's got his next time done, TA2000. That nullifier is complete.
That'll help a lot versus the Crimson and all this kind of stuff, so Surge in particular.
Yeah, putting everything into the Naga Siren there. Toby letting TA2000 grab that wisdom.
Don't blame him. Quinn about to have another hex.
All right, the double hex is going to be out.
Noob. Game getting harder and harder for him.
Almost impossible, it feels like, if you're playing against these two hexes.
Whoa, that is a rare pickup. A blink on Kaori.
Yeah, blink KA.
Yeah.
What's sort of the call with that one, do you think? It's just he wants to be sitting completely back and outside of the fight so he has no chance of getting caught?
I guess so, yeah.
I guess he knows how important it is just to be able to live so he can get like the Ice Vortex and the Veil off, because they need that spell amp to get kills.
They need absolutely all of it. They need his whole kit. They need the Ice Black to connect perfectly as well, too. It's just, they're not going to be able to bring down these targets. And now, it's versus an Aegis.
Yeah, Gaming Gladiators, they're going to go straight for the fight. They find the Hex set up onto Noob. They get the Remnant drag back. Quick dodge there, the potential roll. They turn, they look for the Fear, Duracho's in with the BKB on top of Toby and TA2000. TA2000 popping the song in an attempt to get them out of there. Toby's going for the TP out. He'll make it away. So will TA2000. Omar, the only one to fall. Quest able to cut their losses and get the majority of the team out. Corey will continue to get chased here by Ace and Quinn. See if we can get up to the high ground in time. They're certainly going to dive up for this one. Quinn jumps in with a step. They'll pick up the second support.
Oh my god, did you see how close that missile was to hitting TA2000 on that TP? I think that was like 0.3 seconds or something, maybe even less. Would have also grabbed him, but either way, Gaming another massive team fight win.
Big fight, but TA2000 is...
Got the waves.
Indeed, he's playing well with the illusions, making sure that despite that fight win, Gaming Gladiators, they still won't quite be able to push for the high ground. Pretty much all waves being cut by the Naga Siren. We'll see that escape again.
It was so close, honestly.
It looked like Duracho was going to at least get the cleanup on Toby.
Yeah, Crimson Guard blocking pretty much all the damage there from the gyrocopter, but yeah, look at this missile. Let's see how close it actually was. Oh my god, that's like 0.1, right?
That was... Oh my goodness. Somehow managing to escape. Next time around probably won't be as lucky because Duracho's got his MKB done, so the damage output going to be even greater, and that evasion not going to do too much for TA2000.
Nope.
As Noob, and he's found Tofu. All right, Dream Call for this, and he's got backup, so should be a pretty dead Shadow Demon.
He's going to get a
first can get the gold. Ooh.
Blink. Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Tofu?
All right, he's out. And meanwhile,
he's alive.
They've lost Corey, they've lost Toby. Tofu breaking ankles outside of the base, whilst the rest of his team takes the base of Quest. Fortification's been popped.
And they've broken the high ground now. This Rex is dead.
No AA. Toby does have buyback if he wants to. They've got the fortification back up. See if they're going to put any effort into defending this set of racks, or they just let this one go.
They need absolutely everything to try to defend. Quinn's in.
It's got the Hex set up. It's going to be a dead Dark Willow. Omar's out.
They're
One set of racks gone. Yeah, they still got the Aegis for 2.5 minutes. There's no need for them to slow down now, Gaming Gladiators.
There's no wave. Actually, bottom's coming in. Just kidding. So they should be able to keep this push going.
What a Quest do? Are they going to just sack the 2 racks?
You need everybody to try to get this defense, but...
They don't want to use the buybacks. Looks like they're just going to let 2 sets go.
Oh boy, Quest.
They want to have everybody up before they go for some sort of a defense, and they want to have their buybacks for the defense as well.
Feels like it could just be the last to rise. Whoop! A quick jump, Quinn. They found TA.
Has he got a way out of this?
A lot of hexes.
They have the Hex. That's a lot of damage.
Another one.
He's going down. Not a chance here for TA2000. He's out of the game. 80 seconds, and he does not have the gold for buyback. He's spent up, and that could be that, Fogged.
And they just call it.
They call it. Bit of an anticlimactic ending, but the slow and inevitable one for Gaming Gladiators. No comeback here today, unfortunately, for Quest Esports. And of course, with that, Gaming Gladiators, they'll be moving on.
Yep.
They've secured themselves